What's up, YouTube? This is Reaper here, and we're here for round one of Cosmic Crucible, where we are facing Defu from SMB Peter Parker's Alliance here in Masters. So we're trying a different format today. I pre-recorded the fights, and I'm just going to do commentary over it just to keep the video a little shorter. If you do prefer the live version where we're doing it, it's a little bit longer. Just let me know in the comments below. But if you enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll get right into it. So here is round one, and we'll do a recap right afterwards. Some of these may not be typically in order, but we kind of like to go first. If I can and control it, I will go first just to put a little pressure on the opponent. Because if I can put up a good score, it's gonna really entice my opponent to try to take some more risk, hopefully to try to better efficiency or beat my score, and that's where I can get wins. So for Hero Asgard, we generally use Cloak, Dagger, Deadpool, Deathpool, I mean, and then Spider-Man and Star-Lord. And the fight works pretty simple. It's basically we're going to get out some early damage, get the defense downs up with Spider-Man. We're going to trigger Dagger right out the gate. So you can see here we start off with Deathpool. Nothing really matters on this first hit. So we go here. Then secondly, we'll go with the ult. Right, this will trigger Dagger to be able to ult immediately. Right, and then what I do with Spider-Man is spread defense down for the following Dagger ult. Dagger will do the ult, drop them all, then Deathpool will clean, and then won't have to worry about the Valkyrie passive because the animation completes. So we're off to a pretty good start. All right, so as we go into round two, I think the next fight we picked out here, we went to go with Darkhold. Now, this fight is always worrisome, especially when you get a big Darkhold around 1.2 or bigger. A lot can happen, and there's a lot of RNG to this fight. So, I knew going in I was going to try to do a straight full clear based on what I saw. So let's see how this goes. And I did make, the slight change of putting Agatha. Sometimes my save screen doesn't have Agatha on the end, and she should be. So I always got to remember to do that. I should just go back in and fix it. All right, so it goes in. They go straight after Scarlet Witch. And here we're just hoping they don't single target. I like that as long as they spread, I feel much better. And so far, that's kind of happening, but now they're starting to go after Wong a little bit here. All right, so I just basic here. They all have immunity, so there's no point to burn the ult. We're gonna set everything up. We'll do the Scarlet Witch special here, get some heals up to keep surviving the barrage, and then we're gonna go right at Black Panther and try to strip that immunity. All right, we did strip it. All right, we go this basic here because I'm gonna get the follow-on assist and strip even more, and that goes to MLF as well. So Wong's getting a little bit in trouble here. He goes into stealth. All right, so here we're going to go ahead and taunt. We're going to hope we can knock out Black Panther. Get the little extra hit there. All right, this is a great scenario. So Nakia kind of spread it out, so it didn't single target one person. We're probably going to lose Wong here, and we did. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit a special. All right, and at this point, we're feeling good here because I can go ahead and do the ult. I'm just going to put ability block on 2 characters. We'll get defense down out on all of them. All right, and then we're going to keep on just putting out damage and trying to drop the remaining damage dealers. Agatha ult comes perfect. That'll drop off Nakia and Shuri. And we're down to the last 2. So he does taunt, so it's going to slow down the efficiency a little bit. We could have gotten Okoye down before that. We'd be better off, but we're going to drop her here with the Heartless ult. And at this point, we're just trying to finish it off here. Quickly as possible. And there's the 1-2 here, and that will do it. I've seen the Darkhold fight go so many different ways, and depending on the comp, sometimes the chaining gets really bad RNG, and you're going to have to reset, or you get a scenario like this where you can pull it off. All right. So here we're going to go into Gamma. Normally, I like to use a reliable team that never have to worry about RNG, but in this case, I had to not use that team. I had to break it up for other reasons, so I went in with Eternals. So he does trigger Doom right away. Almost killed him, which is crazy because he's 5 red, maxed out. So we go straight into Red Hulk. We'll put the vulnerable there. We actually are going to put another vulnerable on Green Hulk. All right, then we're going to go ahead and explode. All right, so Icarus is up next. So I was deciding what to do here. I didn't know if I wanted to go ahead and ult now, or do I want to try to set it up. So I chose to go after She-Hulk, and this probably was a mistake, because I ended up killing her. So I ended up having to go in straight for the ult. So I was a little bit concerned that I might have screwed up the fight. But luckily, I still had one more turn with Icarus. I was able to still kill Red Hulk, and then it was just a matter of cleaning up the rest. But if I wouldn't have done that, I think I could have set it up a little bit better. And now here I'm going after Green Hulk, trying to keep him controlled as much as possible, because you know he's going to do his thing. So I'm trying to keep going in on him. Doom is in big trouble here. I was hoping to get it done without losing a character. But I also knew that, you know, if I could put up a one-shot, I would be in a much better spot. So I go for the stun here. I did get it. So despite having a really rough start, I did lose Doom. I made one critical mistake, but I was still able to survive it. Here comes the ability block there, and then Icarus will go ahead and finish him off. So we're feeling pretty good here. We took out Darkhold, we got rid of Hero Asgard, and we got rid of Gamma. So the last fight here is the Tangle Web. So I chose to use Kestrel and Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer because of the 2-turn ability block, and Kestrel because of the pings and the Phoenix. I wanted to be more efficient, so I wanted to go through it. But the Noir can actually be more of a pain in the ass than I think people realize. Not the best character, but I'm going in on... Here I'm going in on it, and I could use the heal block here, but I see Weaver's down. I probably should have still did that. Instead, I chose to go ahead and do the special here to get Disrupt on Captain America. All right, because now I know the special's coming, and I know now at this point I'm going to be able to kill Weaver straight up. So Weaver's down. All right, I'll go ahead and cleanse all of the debuffs. All right, and we'll put the ability block on Phoenix, so she can't do anything more, and she's dead automatically because of Kestrel. And then at this point, it's just clean up. Weaver special, this takes down 2, or pretty close to it, and then we go ahead and ult out Captain America, and it's just finishing off 2099. In hindsight, I would have used the special, or the ult, that one first turn I had with Surfer. I felt confident and I didn't need it, but, you know, always better to be safe than sorry, because they can cleanse stuff pretty quick. All right, at this point now, we're going to use Dorm and Gamma versus UX, and we're going for a one-shot. You know, my opponent hadn't gone, so I wasn't going to risk sacking to go first, so we went sacking, then bringing in Gamma, so we went with the Dorm and going for the one-shot. We're purposely avoiding Gambit. We do not want to rewind him. Ideally, we'd like to do Rogue, but they stacked him adjacent smartly to make it difficult to do that. So now I'm a little worried at the beginning of this because Red Hulk is the lowest health, and they start picking on him, and I can't do the Bronze Special on Sunfire to get the offense up. So I did elect to go over to Rogue, and it wasn't able to get much. So I'm doing a little bit less damage. So here I'm a little worried I'm going to have to cancel. So I just keep on just hanging tight, hoping that, you know, at this point in my mind, I'm already preparing to reset and try again. So now my Red Hulk's really low. They still have evades up. I haven't gotten far enough here, and I'm about to get pinged. I already lost Dorm, and now I'm really nervous here. Red Hulk's already died once, and that's a problem. He still has taunt, so I can't get around it. Now they're going after She-Hulk, so it's buying me a little bit of time. So I chose to go special here to get some defense down on everybody. Now, Red Hulk only needs one more hit, so I'm waiting for it. Here it comes. I did survive that, and now the ult comes. I'm able to ult. And then what was looking really dangerous is starting to turn around. So She-Hulk loses her first life. All right, now the damage output's coming in. Braun loses his first life, and now I get immunity out, and now I'm starting to recover. All right, and let's go ahead and try to get the revive off of Sunfire. And we'll just drop him in. Gambit once, so Gambit's already almost down. So we're going to stun here so he can't taunt. All right, and we're down to the last two. And at this point, we've got this fight locked. I go again. I forgot she was blinded. Always the little details that you forget sometimes in these fights. But we're going to go ahead and try to get rid of Phantom X here, as I feel very good about a 4v1 against Rogue at this point. All right, the bleeds are stacking up. We're just going all damage in. And we're going to finish off with the special. Here's the first. Ruse Revive and instant dead. So there's one shot. Despite the worst possible scenario of RNG, we're able to still recover. So we're pretty pleased at this point. All right. Now we're going to go into Young Avengers. So we chose to go Death Seed here. I hadn't done this fight before, so I had a little bit of nerves going into it. I was like, all right, I know it should win. I know it does win. I just haven't done it, so I kind of had to map it out as I went through it. Here I'm thinking about, do I want to do Death Seed? Do I not? I look at my scene, and as soon as I see that, I have Death Seed there. I don't have it on the save screen, so I'm burning a little bit of time here. So I go to my raid group. I grab Death Seed. And we go for it. You can see the slight hesitation as I'm going through there. It's like, I overthink these things a lot sometimes. And, we hope that it doesn't become too much of a problem. But we're 11 minutes in and we're doing very well. All right, so Magneto opening with the blinds. My first focus is to get rid of Squirrel Girl. I don't want her to do anything here, so I'm going straight in with the ult. Get some big damage on her, get the follow-up bleeds. My biggest threat right now is actually Kate Bishop. As far as this counter goes, because of the blinds, there's a little random RNG to that. She can definitely be a pain. So anytime I fight YA, I'm always trying to get rid of Kate Bishop if I can. So here I kind of misplayed, I think. I have to pay attention. I always forget about Miss Marvel and the taunt, like taking away my strategy. So you can be a little more patient. So here I'm just trying to get bleeds down, because at this point Squirrel Girl's gone. I know I can bleed them all down. I'm just trying to spread that. I'm going after Echo. I probably should have went after Bishop because of the evade, but it's not going to matter. Everyone's got enough bleeds. She's going to die here. Pings are probably going to kill Echo. And yeah, that's it. I mean, it's pretty much over. So even if you don't start off the right way, you can rebound really quickly here. The only time it gets a little bit trickier is if, like, Kate Bishop is able to blind Dark Beast or Archangel. That's where it gets tricky, but you could also cleanse it with the special. All right. And here we're just going through the replay and, seeing where we are in the efficiency standpoint. We obviously did complete one-shots. We felt pretty good about how we did. And we'll go to the final result and see what Defu was able to actually do. So Defu did go, and you can see here he did make a mistake, so I ended up clearing him, full clear, all 6 one-shots. Put up an okay score, 50, 158, but in this meta, that's good. 49 tends to be the average score, so he did mess up on a single room. So let's go take a look at what he actually did. All right, so on defense, he used Secret Avengers with Shang-Chi against My Bionic and was able to beat that with a 17 turn bonus, 19 health characters. Pretty simple fight. Maybe it could have been a little cleaner, but, it's a big Bionic. All right. He used A-Force Doom against YA, which is starting to be a little bit more reliable as the A-Force teams are getting bigger. He used Infinity Watch against my Underworld Zemo, or Underworld Hydra. And this is where he had a little bit of issues. So it looks like he tried to one-shot because he knew he had to. It didn't work out. So then he brought in a SAC team and then cleared it with the same team. And that's where we got the win. And this is what I mean. It's like when you can put up a bigger score, it pressures your opponent to gamble, and that's what we want to do. Otherwise, he could have done it a different way. Then I have the pressure and I have to gamble. I don't like doing that, so that's why I like to go first. And on 5, use Death Seed against my Rebirth Masters of Evil hybrid. I'm experimenting with this week to see what gets brought into it and how it does. And then on room 6, he had a very tight match with Darkhold versus Wakanda. But there you go. There you have it. That's round one win. And you can see here we've already done round 2, and we're going to show that here next. Thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next one.